What's up, good people? This is Tamara with Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and all of us, and you're joining us for a talk after our walk. Good morning, Marilyn. Welcome. We're just waiting for folks to come in. And as we do, I'm drinking my Rise coffee. Guess what happened this morning out on the walk? We actually had Rise coffee join the live. That was crazy. I'm thinking that was the real. I'm thinking that was the real Rise. I think, but man, that was neat. That was really neat. I see you're already starting with the stickers. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Marilyn is sharing the live. Thank you very much. For those of you that are with us, if you would be so kind as to, share the live with anybody that you know that might be interested in the information that we give out, and if they're just looking for somebody to talk to have fun with for at least an hour out of their day, make sure that you send them our way. You all are joining us for the talk after our walk. Diamante Genuino, welcome. You are joining us for the talk after our walk. I am very happy to see the people who are here in the live. I appreciate it, especially today, because we are giving ourselves permission to actually pause. That's exactly what I said. That's right. We're going to pause today because today is all about rest and reflection and being intentional in our self-care. And that is what we're trying to promote today. So if you're tuning in after our restful walk this morning that we do every morning at 9 a.m. on TikTok Live, if you are tuning in with us, know this, that you are right on time. So whenever you come in, you are right on time. Thank you very much. All right. So let me just start out this broadcast with a prompt. Marilyn, you may be the only person to answer, but if you would be so inclined to answer, I'd appreciate it. So our prompt, if you could put it maybe in the chat, well, maybe I'll put it in the chat. So the prompt is, how do you define rest? How do you define rest? Drop a word or an emoji. Drop a word or an emoji in the chat that shows how you define rest. Good morning, Chicken Little. How do you define rest? That is our prompt for this morning. The theme for today, of course, was rest. I don't know them. I've never met them. Because we go through our day. Most of our days are just filled with a bunch of stuff. And, so I wanted to make sure that we understood that it was pretty crucial for us to make sure that we're getting rest. Okay, I was trying to do some stuff over here on the back end. This is not working, so I'm gonna leave off from doing that. Apparently, I can't multitask, so I want to make sure that my undivided attention is given to you all who have taken of your time to join us this morning. So, the prompt, once again, I put it into the chat. How do you define rest? Building Legos. Not what you do to rest, but how do you define rest? What is rest to you? That's more what I was interested in knowing. But I mean, building Legos is cool. And it definitely helps you to get rest. But what does building Legos do for you that maybe more traditional things might not? And I'm going to sip on my Rise coffee. We actually had them join us in our morning walk this morning. I'm pretty sure that was them. They came in. It was Rise coffee. And they came in and then went back out after I noticed. But they stayed in long enough for me to notice that they were there. So that was pretty cool. But at any rate, while we're waiting for other people to respond, and remember, if you're watching this during the replay this evening, please leave us a comment in the comment section. We read those comments and we try to reply to them as quickly as possible. Good morning, Pedro. Good morning, Angie. You all are joining us for daily affirmations for the big girl and all of us to talk after our walk. And today's theme is about rest, making sure that we are being intentional in our self-care, making sure that we are giving ourselves permission to take a pause for the day. Okay, so building Legos, it helps me to focus on non-day-to-day life stuff. Oh, I get it. Welcome to Besh. Welcome, Sam. Yeah, so I get it. So if you guys that are just coming into the live, if you all want to participate in the conversation that we have going right now, we asked the question, how you define rest. How you define rest. If you want to just drop us a comment in the comment section, that would be greatly appreciated. And while we're on the subject of commenting, we have been doing since for the full month of July, we have been engaged in what we are calling the Apple a Day Challenge. So I gave some information about the challenge itself, but just plain and simple, the Apple a Day Challenge is essentially where we have been posting a picture of ourselves eating an apple a day since July 1st. Right? And I'm inviting people to join me in this challenge so that we can test the theory as to whether or not eating an apple a day actually results in keeping the doctor away. And because I don't like red delicious apples, I have been given the moniker Apple Shamer. So if you want to participate in the Apple a Day Challenge, just make sure that you upload a picture of yourself eating an apple. Make sure you use the hashtag Apple Shamer and make sure you tag me in that picture so that I know that you're actually doing it. You can also use the hashtag July Apple Challenge. If you want to participate in that challenge, please do so. We invite you to do that. Go out to my website, www.bposproductions. It's right down at the bottom. I'm going to upload some more information on that Apple Challenge today, but if you want to actually join us, it would be amazing to do so, because whoever has the most points, we have a leaderboard now. Whoever has the most points on that leaderboard at the end of July, we will award a winner. If you want to go solo, you can do that. We will award a prize pack to that person. And or if you would rather do this together with a team of people, if you know three dependable people that are willing to upload their pictures of themselves eating an apple, it's going to benefit your team. And then you guys would all win a team prize pack at the end of July. So I'm really eager to see how creative you all are with the pictures that you upload. Remember, just a few rules. We want to see your creativity. AI is wonderful. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful tool for so many things, but I want to see what you all come up with, not what AI comes up with. That kind of takes the fun out of it. But welcome, I believe. Thank you, Marilyn, for letting me know who's come in. I see Philip Rogers, 52, Christina, K. Sanichar, 123. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else, but if I did, please forgive me. Welcome, Yadira Rodriguez. So that's it for the Apple a Day Challenge. And I'd like to use a portion of our live, this talk after our walk. I'd love to use this time to showcase some of you all's handiwork so that our audience can start voting on folks that they, whose submissions they like, because you all will have a hand in helping us figure out who wins this thing and who gets some DAFT big girl swag and some Apple Shamer swag. Welcome, Happy, Smile, Rennie, David J., and I think I missed someone else that came in earlier. This morning's walk felt softer, slower, intentional. 9 a.m. TikTok Live. So if you're looking for a partner to walk with, if you've been looking for that you stick with us, by the time we finish, we will have at least a mile and a half. Thank you for all of the, I'm telling you, she's kind of individual quest to. Nobody wants to compete with me. Because today, we're not chasing steps, we're honoring stillness. Rest isn't about quitting, it's about restoring. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is pause. So we laced up not to prove anything, but to remind ourselves that healing requires rhythm, and rhythm requires rest. Be sure to join us for tomorrow's A Mile in My Shoes, 9 a.m. on TikTok Live. But at any rate, let's continue to move this thing along because we have a pretty big day of music listening. We need to curate our playlist, but not before I bring this whole thing home here. Welcome, Corey. Welcome, Haven Barnes. Welcome. Welcome to the feed. So today I wanted to talk about rest as resistance. Slow down before you get hurt. Let's start by talking about something that our parents, you may have heard your parents say. I know I heard my parents say it often when I was growing up. Slow down before you get hurt. Slow down before you get hurt. That is a phrase that is not lost on me. We were always doing something growing up. My sister and I guess we were just normal kids, and all the people that we hung out with when we were growing up, we were all extremely active. So to hear our parents say, slow down before you get hurt, would not have been something that was uncommon to us. Now, back then, they were mostly talking about us running too fast through the house, or jumping off the porch, jumping off the steps, or riding your bike too fast and too wild down a hill. But if that ain't a life lesson that still applies to us as an adult, I don't know what is. We need to take a page from our younger selves and heed the warnings of our parents to slow down. This world it's moving so fast. Technology has allowed us to work at warp speed. Things that used to take us all day now are happening instantaneously, especially with AI. Welcome, Bigger Donna, Teresa, Mimi, Lloyd Snyder. To my producer, I feel like I'm missing a lot of people. As they're coming in, but nevertheless, so the world that we live in right now, it thrives off of this hustle mentality. We're constantly told that you need to grind harder, you need to move faster, produce more. And we've gotten so caught up in the rush of our day to day that we have forgotten the art of just living in the moment. Now everybody's so busy trying to fabricate moments for Instagram and stuff that we're not living in the actual moment. Have you ever seen people go to a concert to hear someone perform, and everybody has their the names are scrolling by pretty fast. They are. But everybody has their phone out, and it's fine because you want to commemorate the moment. You want to commemorate the day, because I do the same thing. I have a degree in film and video production, so I definitely understand the value of documenting the day, but you also have to remember that you got to be present in the moment so you can actually build memories. I'm not going to remember the picture that I took necessarily. Good morning, Miguel, Octavio, Tapia, Raquela, Vanilla. Did I get everybody? Marilyn? I think maybe. But yeah, so we have to learn to take the advice that our parents gave us when we were growing up, to slow down before you get hurt. So think back on childhood, if you will, when we used to run, we jumped, we skipped, we got dirty. We played outside until the street lights came on. Did you all grow up in a neighborhood where you were told, hey, you better be back in this house before the street lights come on? Peggy, Kronos 97, Deborah, Coulter 163, and Elixir. Welcome everybody. But yeah, did you all grow up in a neighborhood where that was how you knew what time it was? And that's the signal. When the street lights came on, that was your signal to hightail it home. Wherever you were, you needed to get home. You needed to beat those street lights home. Or if they came on, you better be in that yard about to walk in the house, because if not, there was going to be some consequences and repercussions. Good morning, Fran and Tanya Rogers. Welcome to the live. But I was thinking about it this morning. I was also thinking how, there used to be signs all up in the neighborhood, on the streets of the neighborhood. Throughout the neighborhood, there were signs. There were yellow signs that said, slow, children playing. And I thought about that today. As I go out walking and stuff in the neighborhood, I never see kids outside playing anymore. I never see them outside playing anymore. Maybe it's just this neighborhood. Maybe this neighborhood is filled with people my age and the children are all grown up. But I just don't see it. You guys let me know if that holds true for where you are too. If there's any merit in what I'm saying, just let me know what your thoughts are on that as well. Welcome, Colleen and Bonnie. But yeah, so I started thinking about that, and, as I rest, today, it just brought that back to my remembrance. And then I started thinking about it. I don't see kids outside playing and stuff anymore. Back in the day, you would get up. I mean, you would go out, throughout the day, and you would just hear kids playing, and you'd see them running across the street and stuff. And hence the reason for the signage and all that other stuff. But anyway, I'm asking you now, where are the children playing? Where are the children playing? Welcome, Roro. Who's slowing down anymore? If our youth aren't outside, I don't know. I'm just disturbed by that, because I'm like, if our youth aren't outside building those joyful physical memories anymore, what do they have to take into adulthood with them? All they know is this hustle mentality. All they know is grind harder, do more, pack more stuff into the day. That's all they know. That's why I think days like today are so important, because rest is not about quitting. It's about protecting our peace. It's about honoring our body, our mind, and just your timeline. You know what I'm saying? It's, rest is not about, us being, or it's not about, social media dictating what we should be doing. It's not about, making money or, outside expectation. It's just something that we need to give ourselves permission to do, because just staying so wrapped up in everything. It's not good. It's just not good. Welcome, Mike Bennett, 988 and Cool Hand. So for me, slowing down might be the equivalent of like the first warm day. We've been having a lot of stormy days lately. And after so many stormy days, you get that first sunny day back, and it feels more special. You know what I mean? Because you're taking a break, and because I don't know, you're just able to appreciate it more. I saw this quote. I saw this quote when I was out researching what I wanted to do and what I wanted to talk about today. It said, with little, something to the effect of, with little exception, everything that you unplug, including yourself, will work again when you plug them back in. So it's okay for us to unplug from, the rigors of the week. It's okay for us to unplug and take a day off and take a day of rest. For some, a day of rest may be wrapped up in your spirituality and your relationship with God, which is the case for me. But even if you just need to take a day off during the week, just take some time off. Make sure that you are taking some time off. Make sure that you're taking some time off so that you can reset. And that kind of reminds me of an episode. Did you guys used to watch A Different World? So some of you may be too young to even know what that is. But back in the day, there was a television program that used to come on. It was called A Different World. It was a spinoff of The Cosby Show. Amazing show. But it centered around a fictional historically Black college called, was it Hillman? I think it was called Hillman. But anyway, there was a particular episode where one of the lead characters, Whitley Gilbert, I think she had to go to a therapist for something. I don't even remember why she was there, but I think Debbie Allen may have been her therapist or something. But her words to her were relax, relate, release. Do you all remember that? When she said relax, relate, release. And of course, in Whitley Gilbert's style, she made it super comical. But there is a lot to be said for that mantra: relax, relate, release. So that's our assignment for today. To make sure that we pause, make sure we breathe, and to remember that the best things in life are not things that are rushed. They are things that are received. And if we don't slow down to receive them, we might miss out on the very blessings we've been praying for. So again, just take a beat, take a minute to just live and be present in the memories that you're making. Kids, if you're watching, go outside and play. You shouldn't be watching this. You should be outside playing. Go outside and play, make some memories that you'll take with you. And at least when you get to be our age, you can reflect back on those times where you had responsibilities, but not in the same way. You're not taking care of a household or anything like that. You're allowed to be a kid. So build that foundation so that when you get to be my age, you can reflect back on what that even feels like and know when you're missing that, you'll know that you need to do something about it. So, just as another prompt, when was the last time you knew you needed to slow down? Write in the comment section. Just let me know when you knew you needed to slow down. When was it apparent that you needed to do that? Okay, so I've been trying to shout out folks as I see you coming in. Welcome, Gerald Lee 773. I appreciate you all joining the live. For the new people that have just come into the feed, welcome Ramdai Ali. I think I said that correctly, and I'm looking to see if we have any other people that have come in that I might have missed. I don't think so. I think we're all caught up, but and Rada _2, welcome. So again, today, if you don't remember anything else, make sure that you remember to take a beat and make sure you rest. So when I was a kid, we were making mud pies, building go-karts, and playing kick the can. Now, the first two things I can vouch for, but I don't think we ever played kick the can. Now, what we did do, and I don't know if my dad knew we did it. He might have known we did it. I think we got in trouble for it, but we needed we needed some jump ropes. We didn't have the jump ropes we needed because we were trying to double dutch. And who knew that taking those big orange extension cords and double dutching on the asphalt, who knew that every time that thing came down and hit the ground, it was shearing off the orange coating. And I want to think we got in trouble for that. But you know what? In hindsight, it was worth it. It was worth it because we had a good time. We had a good time growing up. Man, I had a great time growing up. I would not change my youth and the way we were reared for anything in the world. We had an entire summer. There was an entire summer where across the street from where I lived, there was a church and they had these huge ditches. Now everything is underground and they have, they get rid of the runoff and stuff, goes through the runoff and stuff goes through the drains. Okay. I cannot believe you all let me sit here and talk with my headphones that I walk with instead of my headphones with the microphone, because I just hit it and I was like, I wonder why I didn't hear anything. And that's why, because I didn't have them on. But anyway, there was this churchyard across the street from where I live, where I grew up. And they had these ditches that would run along. I can still hear you just fine. Okay, awesome. But they had these ditches that would run alongside people's properties, and that's how they got rid of the rainwater and the runoff and stuff. So the ditch across the street was it was wider in some spots and more narrow in other spots. So we spent an entire summer jumping the ditch, because again, some parts of the ditch were pretty far. So you had to really be able to run and jump. And, we were just outside playing and, trying to prove to each other, well, I can jump as far as you can. I can jump further than you and all this other kind of stuff. Right. So we would go out there and we would jump. And, one of my really good friends who passed away, when we were young, in her early 20s, but she was a little overweight. She was a little stocky. We would call her stocky back in the day. Because by today's standards, looking back on it, she really wasn't that big. She was just bigger than the rest of us because we were always out running and stuff. Hi, Melissa Gray, 5359, and Josephine Smiley. Anyway, we were out jumping the ditch and we would name different parts of the ditch. This is the killer part. Oh, this is the super part. This is the this and whatever. So it was a whole group of us and we would line up and each person would take a turn jumping across the ditch. And then when we jumped, we would turn around and we'd wait for the other people on the other side to jump before we moved down to another section. Well, it came time for her to jump, my friend. And like I told you, just to paint the picture, she was a little bit stockier than we. And so on this particular section, you really had to run and you had to time it just right. So just as you get to the edge, you had to, hit it and push off so that you could have enough momentum to carry you across to the other side. So she did it and she was running and we were waiting for her and we were cheering her on. Well, yeah, let's go. You can do this. She ran and I don't know why, but just as she got to the edge, she hesitated. So she was in full run, then she hesitated and then tried to make the jump. So it's almost like everything went in slow motion. So we see her jumping, and if you can imagine her jumping and screaming, going, like that. So here's the ditch. We're standing here watching her, and she just jumped. So now she's jumped, and she hesitated. She was running. She hesitated. She jumped anyway. And as she's coming across, we're cheering for her, cheering for her, cheering for her. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. You're not going to make it. Boom. She hit the side she hit the side of the ditch like this. And then she folded over, but not before she looked up. And we were like, and she says, and she looked up, she goes, I'm all right. And then she collapsed like this and fell over in the ditch. When I tell you, I almost peed on myself because I was laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. We laughed so hard about that, but even she laughed about it, which made it even better because we knew she was okay, but it was just an ego thing. But those types of memories, what kind of memories are younger people taking with them into adulthood if they're not actually living in the moment? If we're so focused on, and I'm talking to us now, the folks that are adults and are in my age group, because I fall victim to this too. I fall victim to, okay, I have to go out and get the shot. I have to go out and do this. I have to go out and do that or whatever. But do you really? Can you just put the camera down? Just enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment, build those memories and stuff so that you have those to take with you whenever you're feeling stressed out or anything. You have good memories that you can reflect on. Welcome, Dental Tech. Welcome, Mr. Bill DJ. Welcome to the live. All right, so if you haven't already guessed, this is the talk after the walk. This is the second live that we do each day, following our first live, which is a mile in my shoes. We go out every morning, 9 a.m. on TikTok live, and we walk the first mile of our day with one another. We lace up and we talk about issues that are plaguing us, things that we see along the route, and all manner of things. But I try to assign a different theme each day to those walks, and today's was rest. Never heard of them. Because we don't do enough resting. So that is what we've been talking about today. Just another quick shout out. Welcome, Cynthia K. Johnson, 62. Cynthia, I think I've seen you in our lives before. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have. But all right. So you guys are here. My assumption is that you all are here because you've heard about this playlist that we have been curating. This is a part or segment of the live that we enjoy doing each day, where we are enlisting the help of our viewers to help us put together a playlist that we can use when we go out walking. So far we have been listening to songs that I have been collecting in my Spotify account. So some of these people you may or may not have heard of, as I like to listen to a lot of different types of music. I make no claims to any of the music. I don't own any of these songs, but we are merely trying to curate a playlist that will suit all of us to the best of our abilities. But if you like a song that I play, I will play a snippet of the song just to give you enough of an idea to get the gist of how the song is going, the tempo, all those types of things. If you like the song, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you don't like the song, thumbs down. If you can't find an icon for either those thumbs ups or thumbs down, give me a smiley face or a sad face or heart, broken heart, something just to let me know what your thoughts are about that. And for those of you that are not joining us or weren't able to join us in the live, and if you're watching this when we rebroadcast, when we do the replay at 6:30 this evening, you still have an opportunity to weigh in. Let us know what your thoughts are too. You can still let us know in those comment sections. Okay. All right. So the first song that we are going to listen to, actually, let me get back here. Let me bring in our display so that you all can see what I'm looking at. So The songs that we're listening to today, they're coming from my liked songs playlist on Spotify. So there's really no rhyme or reason for why these songs happen to be there, except for the fact that I happen to like the song that I was listening to that day. And so I added it to this playlist. Welcome, Joe Flo D. All right. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and start playing these songs. I don't remember what most of these songs sound like, so they could be fast or slow. You're going to find out when I do. So the first song we're going to listen to today is Try Me Love by Josh Wawa and Lion Rez.
Needed all the time, even I get lonely. A lot of funny pictures don't make sense. I barely get your likes. All these opportunities, yeah. And how many chances you give me, yeah. Show me love. Try me love. Show me love.
Okay, so that was Try Me Love by Josh Wawa and Lion Rez. I don't really know anything about this particular artist, but I find that I like a lot of independent artists because they are free to just express themselves, creatively. And if I don't like anything else, I love the fact that people are creative in their respective fields. Did I miss somebody? Marilyn, that's a J. Welcome. All right, so that was Try Me Love by Josh Wawa. Let's keep this playlist party going with Back to Your Place by October London. Let me know, again, if you like the song, thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like it. If it's really egregious, you can give me some kind of mad face or something, and I will be sure not to put it in the DAFT playlist. All right, so here we go. Back to Your Place by October London. I don't know if this is fast or slow, but we'll see.
Oh, baby. I've been looking at you all night. The day becomes the night. Said I've been patient and I've been kind. Oh, but my body is running out of time. You said your heart on you.
Okay, so that was Back to Your Place by October London, and now I understand. In looking at the album, looking at the album cover itself. And then looking at the name of the album, The Rebirth of Marvin, now I know why I like that song. But yes, Marilyn, I agree with you. It's a nice song, but it is slow. Maybe we could use it for more of a cool down song. I don't know. But welcome user 945-832-9960-7278. Welcome, Chalet Wee. Also, welcome to the live. You guys have tuned in to Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl, and All of Us is the talk after our walk, and we are at a segment that we have been doing for several days now, where we are trying to curate a playlist for our walking, for the DAFT Big Girl walking playlist. And I will have to agree with Marilyn on that last one, Back to Your Place. I love the song, but I think it may be too slow for the purposes of walking, unless you intend to use it as maybe a cool down or something. All right, so we're going to keep going. We have time to hear quite a few songs. So the next song is I'm Gonna Love You by Josh Tatofi. If any of you all know anything, any unique facts about these people, these artists, if you've heard of them before, let me know in the comment section. This is I'm Gonna Love You, Josh Tatofi.
To the world that we see black and white. Tell me your dreams, so I can dream them too. And when you wake up, I'll be there right next to you.
All right, so that was I'm Gonna Love You by Josh Tatofi, Tatofi. He kind of has some Luther Vandross isms. I don't know. What do you guys think? And then, something I just thought about, we're trying to curate this playlist, for our walking, because we were just thinking in the mindset of, what we're going to use when we go out and walk. Good morning, Amaso. It was a pretty good song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. But, in keeping with the theme for today, that of finding rest, of taking a rest day, that might not be a bad song to add to the playlist, because once we assemble the playlist, you can always filter it, by the tempo of the song and that kind of thing. Because if you're in an introspective mood, or you just want to, vibe out to something slow, that might be a good thing to do. Anyway, that was I'm Gonna Love You by Josh Tatofi. And I think, because I've been running into all of these people that are like, I guess like they're Aboriginal or they're Maori, and they have a beautiful sound. All right. So anyway, the next song is My World by Big Hap, Reese Purcell, and Sista Lube. No idea what the sounds like, but we'll see.
I said, baby, I see you pass my way. Every day I see your face, it brightens up my day. I know heaven must have made you an angel, 'cause you're so fine. You're blessing me with your presence, baby. I wanna make you mine.
Okay, so that was My World by Big Hap, Reese Purcell, and Sista Lube. And I know why I like that song. I know you all heard it too. They sampled My Girl by The Temptations. Just a nice song, and it just makes you feel good. So I'm pretty sure that's why I got that one. All right, so there was I see that Marilyn has a request to play Confetti and Conspiracies, the Amen mixtape, Pastor Mike Jr. All right, I'm going to play Worth the Wait by Joe Bay and Claudia Gruber while I try to cue that song up, the request from Marilyn. Again, if you all have requests that you want me to play, I am more than happy to look it up on YouTube. Again, I don't own the rights to any of this music. I'm not making any claims to any of this music as my own, just merely trying to facilitate the build of our playlist. So if you have something that you want us to listen to, by all means, drop it in the chat and I will do my best to look that up. And welcome, AJ Bahan. Welcome. All right, so here is Worth the Wait by Joe Bay and Claudia Gruber. And while this is playing, I will cue up the other song for you, Marilyn.
I think I'm living my best life. I can lay out in the sun. Finally, I'm learning the world you've kept me from. And I think I'm seeing my best days. Now that you're out of my hair, all of the times that you left me hanging, don't you think it's fair that I could find some time, a time to ease my mind, and know I'm doing fine without you. I tried to be in love, but it was not enough. My happy ever after's worth the wait.
Okay, so that was Worth the Wait by Joe Bay and Claudia Gruber. Sorry, I let that play a little bit longer than I would have normally, but just to reiterate, I just want to play enough of the song so that you all get the gist of it and so that you know you have enough information to make an informed decision about whether you want a song to be used or not. I like that song. It is pretty chill. It can be used for walking or even cooling down. I would agree. Anybody else want to weigh in? Please make sure that you do that in the comment section. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, something. Let me know what you all want to see and hear. All right, so I found the song, I believe, that you wanted. This is Confetti and Conspiracies, the Amen mixtape by Pastor Mike Jr. Let's see what this is. I have no idea.
Lord, just wanna make it through. Have you ever called someone and they didn't pick up? Now you don't know a line from truth. Have you ever prayed so hard and you felt so off, like your prayers didn't hit the roof? Tell them I know someone that'll come and take the load off. Mama said we call him Jehovah. If you got a problem, he'll hold it. I know that God's gonna turn it around. He's gonna turn it around. Hey. God's gonna turn it around. Verse 2. Have you ever...
So that was Turn It Around, I think by Pastor Mike Jr. for Confetti and Conspiracies, the Amen mixtape. That's cute. That's awesome. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. If you don't, I liked it, so I let them know on their YouTube page. Let's continue on with our playlist. If you have more songs that you want me to listen to, please make sure I know what those songs are so that I can look them up. And welcome, Country Girl and Miami Vice. Welcome. If you're just joining us, this is Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us, the talk after our walk. This is a segment of our live wherein we are curating a playlist for our Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us playlist, songs to walk by. So you just listened to Pastor Mike Jr. in a song called Turn It Around. So let me know if you like it or dislike it. Those of you that are joining us later in the replay, you still have time to weigh in on whether you like the song or not. Just give us thumbs up, thumbs down, and we will move accordingly. And speaking of move, the next song is called Move by BRB. No idea what this sounds like, but we will find out momentarily. Okay, so that was Move by BRB, and I'm pretty sure I know why I like that. If you've been following us for any length of time, you know that I have a very eclectic taste in music. I love music from different genres, but some of my favorites are, of course, music that has a more Latin feel to it, and or Brazilian beats and stuff. I just like it. I like world music. I think there's some talented people throughout the entire world, and I'd like to hear some of the things that they do. So, and then I bring it to you all. Do we have any more people that have joined? Okay, so one of the other songs that I just saw, welcome, let's see, play Good Work by Taronda Green. I don't know what any of these songs sound like, you all, so I'm listening to these just as you are. So hopefully, it says premieres in 3 days. What is that? So it hasn't even come out yet? How are we supposed to listen to it if it hasn't come out yet? Maybe there's another one? Let's see. Is there another one that shows? Nope. It doesn't come out until another couple of days, it says. Wait, when did it say it was coming out? Premieres in 3 days. So yeah, it hasn't even come out yet. So we will have to table that one. Sorry. But I did try to look it up. It's on Apple Music. Okay. I'll have to try and pull up Apple Music. All right. So next on our list, we have enough time for just a few more songs. So we will play a couple of these, and then I want to go to another of my playlists. I'm going to play one more from here, and then I'm going to go to my inspirational playlist. It's one that I like to play on the weekend. So here's I Never Like It When You Leave by Micah Edwards. Some reason this feels like it's going to be slow. You know, you see certain titles and it looks like this might be one of those type of songs that I never like it when you leave. Let's see if he's bitter or if he's saddened by the fact that she... Okay.
I never like it when you leave. I never like it when you go away. Even if it's for a single day. I never like it when you leave. Every time you walk out that door, I hope and I pray that you stay for a little longer. And I know you've been coming back to me. Oh, but honestly, I can't see the silver lining when I'm sitting all alone. I never like it when you leave.
Okay, so that was I Never Like It When You Leave. And that was surprising to me because just the title alone, I was fully expecting something else. I didn't even remember liking the song, but I understand why I do. It kind of puts me in the mind of You remember David Lee Roth? He had that, I can't even remember the name of the song now, but it had that same little rockabilly feel to it. And that's kind of what that put me in the mind of. And I do love some David Lee Roth. NJ joined. Thank you, NJ, for joining the live. We are in the midst of the curation process for our playlist for daily affirmations for the big girl in all of us. And as I said, I think I'm going to go to another one of my playlists because this is something that I like to play on the weekends. And let's see if we can play a couple of songs here. Jermaine Dolly. I got a chance to meet him a few years back. He is really nice. He's a really nice guy. Please play Grace by Daniel Ojo. Okay. Let me play I'll Go by Jermaine Dolly first, and then I will find Grace by Daniel Ojo.
You called my name and I kept on running. I would hide when I heard you coming. Didn't wanna fit you in my time. Thought life without you I would be fine. So because I didn't listen, you broke me down to get my attention. Now I see there was no other way. So I stand right here with these words to say, Lord, I'll go. If you need me, Lord, I'm sure to follow. Just say so, and I'll go.
So that was I'll Go by Jermaine Dolly. And you guys, if you just want to rest, some of these songs that are coming up, they are so fitting for that. All right, we had a request for Grace by Daniel Ojo. Nice for slow walk, just taking my time and reflecting. Absolutely. I would definitely agree with you. All right, so this is another request. Again, if you guys have songs that you want me to play, let me know what they are in the comment section. I will do my level best to pull those up for us so that we can hear them, and then consider as a group adding them to our playlist. If you like the songs, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. It won't hurt my feelings. I just need to be informed about what we need to do and what direction we need to go. Because if I add these songs to the playlist and you don't like them, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Marilyn, for the High Bear, the Paper Crane. You're awesome. Thank you all for the heart so that we could get off of that number. I did not like the number it stopped on. But thank you. So here's Grace by Daniel Ojo. Premieres in 26 minutes. Marilyn, what is happening? You're sending me this stuff that hasn't even been premiered yet. What is going on, lady? And we're not even going to be on in 26 minutes. So we'll have to table this one. We'll have to come back to Daniel Ojo. I need you to stop listening to Apple Music right now, woman. We are on YouTube. All right. So we'll do, we have enough time for maybe two more, and then, let's see if we can I'm trying to see if we can end on a faster song. So I'm going to play Never Leave You with Mr. Talkbox, J Moss and Lil Byron. And then we will end on, let's end on Fix It. I think that might be a faster song, but I'm not sure. So here's Never Leave You by Mr. Talkbox, J Moss and Lil Byron.
Yo, I'm excited about this one, y'all.
Wait, I'm gonna fast
Cause I brought some over. No need to panic, don't lose your composure. He will never leave you. No one you forsake you. Give it to him. He will help you navigate through all your problems. When you feel like life is over. No need to panic, don't lose your composure. He will never leave you. No one you forsake you. Give it to him. He will help you navigate through all your problems. Can't eat, sleep, can't take another hit. You're running out of reasons to live. You don't know how to tell your friends you got no more to give. Your own family can't even make it better. Please hear me when I tell you to hold on. I know it sounds cliche.
Okay, so that was Never Leave You by Mr. Talkbox, Jay Moss, and Lil Byron. You only needed to hear a couple of those runs to figure out that song was going to be good. But welcome, Jariban 22LR O Holiday. Welcome. O Holiday 785. Welcome. All right, so this is going to be the last song in our music playlist curation, listening party. I don't know. What are we calling this? Anyway, this is the last song for the day, and then we'll resume tomorrow. But this is Fix It by the group Fire. I think this is a fast song. If it's a fast song or moderate tempo song, we'll end here. If not, I'll try to find one fast one. I just want to end on a fast song today. Okay, so that was Fix It by the group Fire. Unless you guys tell me otherwise, I think that would be a good place for us to stop for today as far as the music curation goes. We do this every day. We have the segment each day so that we can continue adding songs to our playlist. Let me get rid of this for now. Okay. All right, so if there is a song that instantly brings you peace, let us know what that is. Drop it in the chat, and then perhaps tomorrow we can pick back up and start with your suggestion. Again, if you are joining us for the replay, there's still time for you to weigh in as to what you want to add to the playlist and what you want us to play during the live, and we'll take care of that. But listen, you guys, we have kind of come to the end of our time together, but before we go, let me just let you all know about some of the things that we're doing. Reminders, thank you very much. You got a typo in Apple, but I do know that you meant Apple Shamer, hashtag Apple Shamer. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, please go out to Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl in All of Us. It helps us to move a step closer to our goal of 100,000 subscribers by or before the end of the year. Tag and post your Apple pics. We've been doing for the entire month of July, we've been doing an apple a day challenge. We're trying to put to test this theory that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I'm convinced that they came up with that slogan for some reason, and so we're just putting that to the test. So through the month of July, if you want to join us on that, it's not too late to join. We now have a leaderboard, and we will start to we'll start checking to see if you guys are actually posting. For every post that you create and you upload using the hashtag Apple Shamer, hashtag July Apple Challenge, and you tag me in that. If you're on TikTok, my handle is at Tamara, TAMARA 1874. So make sure you tag me in that. And then going back to the whole subscription thing, you can earn bonus points, you guys. You can earn bonus points, but there's no purchase to participate. You don't have to purchase anything in order to play. All you need to do is make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and make sure you're following us on TikTok. Welcome, Tommy Parrish 860. So it's really simple. Just make sure that you post a picture of yourself eating an apple. Make sure you tag me in it at Tamra1874. Thank you so much, Marilyn, for putting that in the chat. So all of the information you need is right there. And then we want to see how creative you can be. Just, try to avoid using AI. Remember we talked about today about living in the moment and, having real memories and stuff. So, create something that you're going to remember. Finally, if you need healing gear, you need to refresh your wardrobe to go out walking and stuff with us, which we do every morning, 9 a.m. TikTok live. We do a mile in my shoes. We walk the first mile of every day together. If you need some gear for that, please make sure you go out to my e-commerce store. It's Bandy. That's B as in boy, A-N-D as in dog, Y, box.store. And perhaps my producer can put that in the chat. But that's bandybox.store. We sell t-shirts and custom promotional items, all kinds of things. So make sure you check that out. And then if you need creative media help, my company is Be Positive Productions and Multimedia Studios. So if you see me wearing this hat with this logo, please make sure you check us out. Check us out. My website is at the bottom of the screen. It's www.posproductions.com. And then we will have a newsletter coming out. Be on the lookout for the next episode of our podcast. That's you can see that on Apple Podcast, Spotify. You can see it on iHeartRadio and on YouTube as well, for those of you that don't have those other platforms. And finally, our affirmation. Today, I give myself permission to slow down. I don't have to earn rest. It's my right. I am not behind. I am on time. I honor where I am, and I trust where I'm going. And just remember today, you don't have to hustle to be worthy. You just have to be whole enough to honor your need to rest. So until next time, you all take great care of your body and be even kinder to your spirit. I will see you all tomorrow right back here, 10:30 a.m. for the talk after our walk. But in the meantime, make sure that you get up and move today and stay safe in the process. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Maddie, for joining, but we're signing off. Thank you, Melissa Gray, 5359. Trying to shout everybody out before we get ready to leave. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you'd like to see what happened today, please make sure that you check out the replay tonight, 6:30 on YouTube. And go out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us. Thank you so much. Hi, Bubba 23. Bye, Bubba 23.